Hi there, this is Jesse with OEM Auto Parts Co. Today we'll be doing an RAC upgrade in a 2007 Dodge Ram 1500. The tools required for installation will be a plastic panel removal tool and a Phillips screwdriver or Phillips bit on a drill gun. We will now begin the upgrade. In order to upgrade the factory radio, you'll have to remove this dash bezel. This is all one piece and it needs to come off by unclipping. You'll want to insert your plastic panel tool along the driver's side and pull out, and then along the top on the driver's side and pull out. Work your way across the top over to the side and the dash bezel will come out. You will need to unplug some connectors in the back, one for each cigarette lighter, and two for the AC climate control unit. Once you have those disconnected, you will then need to remove a few parts from this piece, which I'll show you how to do in a second. You will need to remove a few parts from the old dash bezel, the AC climate control, and the 3 cubby holes. The AC climate control has 4 screws holding it in. Each smaller cubby hole has 3. The big cubby hole along the bottom has 4 screws. This particular tutorial is for a Dodge Ram 1500. Your vehicle may be different, but you'll want to use the same principle when you're removing your dash and the same tools. If you're having any problems with dash removal, you can visit our website listed in the video description. To remove the factory radio, you'll want to remove the 4 screws, one on each corner. Once you have all 4 screws out of the radio, you will want to remove the radio by pulling out. You'll want to tilt the radio down and remove the 3 connections from the back of the radio. There's an AM/FM antenna plug. You'll pull the black shroud out and it pops right off. There's 2 molded connectors. You want to push down on the tab and pull each one of these out. Now you'll have to install the GPS antenna. It'll go on the top center of the dash. The wires will run down through here into the radio bay opening. You'll want to make sure the wire does not interfere with the defroster vents. You'll want to remove your top dash plate by using a plastic panel tool. You'll see a cubby hole on the right side where the GPS antenna will go. It's a big flat spot. Once you have your GPS antenna installed, you want to run the wire in a way it doesn't interfere with the heating and defrosting vents. You want to pull the antenna through. Once you have that through, you can go ahead and put your dash plate back on. Once your dash plate's back on, you can begin installing the radio. You'll need to run your Bluetooth microphone. I've already done so. I've mounted the Bluetooth microphone with double-sided tape to the windshield. I've run the wire along the headliner, down the driver's side A-pillar, underneath the dash, and it came out behind the radio. You'll also need to locate your AM/FM antenna adapter. Plug that in. Then you have your Sirius XM radio extension cable. You have a Sirius XM tuner located behind the glove box. You'll need to run the extension cable from that up to behind the radio. If you plan on using your Sirius radio, you will also need to change the subscription from the tuner that's in your car to the tuner that's built into the radio. You will now need to install the lockpick module. You will only be using one of the T-harnesses for this. You want to plug it into the factory wiring harness and leave this end out here for the factory radio. Once that's tucked away, you can go ahead and reattach your lockpick control module. Furthermore, tuck the wires away. And your lockpick module can sit right on top of the accessory tray right here. You will now want to install your Retrofit MyGIG radio. In order to do so, you will need to hook up the GPS antenna, the Sirius XM antenna, and the AM/FM antenna. Once you have those hooked up, you'll need to plug the main connector in. Along with the Bluetooth microphone. You'll want to tuck all the wires away as you're putting the radio on the dash. Once the radio is in place, you can go ahead and reinsert the 4 screws. Once you have the 4 screws in place, you can go ahead and install the Retrofit dash filler piece, and you can go ahead and put on the dash bezel. You want to be sure to reattach the 4 electrical connectors, 1 on each cigarette lighter and 2 on the AC climate control harness. Once you have all the electrical connections back in place and the lock pick on top of the accessory tray, you can tuck the dash bezel behind the steering column and snap it back into place. There's a Sirius XM Tuner Box located underneath the glove box. You want to locate the yellow antenna connector and unplug it. You'll want to plug in your XM Sirius tuner extension cable into this connection. Then tuck this away and replace the glove box. Once you have your Retrofit MyGIG radio installed, you want to make sure all the features are functioning correctly. You want to hit the navigation hard key on the radio face, then the menu hard key on the radio face, the navigation settings soft key, and the GPS information soft key. You want to make sure that the radio is acquiring satellites. We are acquiring 5 satellites. Then you'll need to set your home state. In order to do so, hit the navigation hard key, the menu hard key, the navigation settings on the radio, and then the set default state button on the radio. My current state is Florida, and that's what we'd like to leave it set at. You will then want to hit the radio media button on the radio face, the satellite button, the menu hard key, and the subscription. You will there see your Sirius ID, so you can call them and activate it for the radio tuner. For Bluetooth pairing, you want to hit the menu hard key, the system setup soft key, and the phone pairing soft key. You'll want to hit the pair button on the bottom of the radio. The security pin will be 0000. You'll want to hit the Bluetooth settings on your phone and allow it to search for device. You'll want to pair with the Uconnect on the phone. Once again, the security code we set was 0000. The radio lets you know that it was successfully paired. And your phone priority will be 1. You'll set that. You want to input the phone's name and save that. Now your phone's successfully paired.